There are moments in history when the pen and the pulse beat as one, when leadership itself becomes art, and words take on the weight of destiny. In Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid al Maktoum, known to the world as Fazza, poetry has found its crown and compassion its throne. His life is a living testament to the belief that greatness is not only inherited but earned through service, humility, and the ceaseless motion of a heart that beats for its people. He does not merely reign, he resonates. His rhythm is that of Dubai itself, forward, fearless, and ever full of grace. Every word he writes carries the fragrance of the desert wind and the strength of the sea that surrounds his homeland. In Faz's verses, emotion is not an ornament but an oath, a pledge to truth, to beauty, and to humanity. His poetry dances between strength and tenderness, reflecting the intricate balance of a leader who commands armies of hearts with the gentleness of a poet's hand. He writes not to be adored but to be understood, and in understanding, he bridges worlds that once stood apart, the world of dreams and the world of duty. To witness Sheikh Hamdan in motion is to witness poetry itself embodied, every gesture deliberate, every silence eloquent. When he stands before his people, the air itself seems to steady, as though awaiting his quiet assurance. His presence does not demand attention, it invites it. There is a rare stillness about him, not of inaction, but of purpose refined. He is a man who moves with the dignity of one who knows that every step is being watched, yet walks as though the world is his friend, not his audience. The rhythm of his life flows beyond palaces and pageantry. It is found in the beating hooves of horses that carry his spirit across endless dunes, in the flight of falcons that mirror his freedom, in the laughter of children whose future he protects. His heart beats not just for leadership, but for life itself, in all its fragility and fire. He is a prince whose wealth is measured not in gold, but in gratitude, whose empire is not confined to land, but stretches across the hearts of those he inspires. Faz's poetry is a living chronicle of his soul's journey. Through it, he captures not only his own emotions but the collective consciousness of his people, their triumphs, their tears, their timeless bond with the land they love. His verses echo with longing and hope, a reminder that even those who wear crowns carry the same human ache for connection and meaning. In every poem, there is an honesty that transcends hierarchy, the voice of a man who feels deeply, loves wholly, and leads sincerely. His love for Dubai and the United Arab Emirates is not a duty but a devotion, a sacred inheritance he carries with both pride and humility. He sees his nation not merely as a place, but as a living poem, written in the language of progress and promise. Under his watch, innovation and tradition dance together like twin stars, each reflecting the other's light. His leadership, like his poetry, speaks to the belief that the future must honor the past, just as the heart must honor its origins even as it dares to dream. Those who have met him speak of a rare presence, a calm that humbles, a warmth that uplifts. There is power in his silence, not of absence but of awareness. His eyes hold both the wisdom of ages and the curiosity of a child, seeing the world not as something to conquer, but as something to cherish. In every encounter, he carries a quiet reminder that true strength lies in kindness, and that leadership begins not with command, but with compassion. His heart is not behind walls, it moves freely, openly, endlessly. Through his humanitarian vision, Sheikh Hamdan turns compassion into motion. His initiatives reach beyond borders, his empathy beyond language. Whether supporting orphans, empowering youth, or protecting nature, he leads not through speeches, but through service. His generosity is not performative, it is instinctive. He gives because he feels. he acts because he understands. And in this constant motion of the heart, he proves that poetry can indeed wear a crown and that royalty. There are nights when the world grows quiet, and the desert breathes beneath a canopy of stars. In those sacred hours, one might imagine Sheikh Hamdan standing alone at the edge of the dunes, his thoughts a constellation of dreams yet to be realized. The wind carries whispers of his verses, tender, timeless, and true, words that move like light across the sands. In that stillness, his heart speaks in motion once more, not through sound, but through the rhythm of being. The silence becomes sacred, the night becomes narrative, and the poet prince becomes one with the infinite. Faz's journey is one of evolution, a ceaseless ascent of the spirit. He is not content to rest in reverence. He rises, again and again, chasing horizons that shift with each dawn. His greatness does not lie in perfection, but in pursuit, the courage to grow, to adapt, to remain humble in the face of glory. He walks the fine line between legacy and innovation, crafting a future that is both faithful to his roots and fearless in its reach. His motion is not only physical, but metaphysical, an inward movement toward wisdom, compassion, and grace. In his eyes lives a love so vast that it cannot be contained by boundaries. It is a love for his people, his heritage, and for humanity itself. His leadership pulses with empathy, guided by an understanding that true progress is not measured in wealth or power, but in well-being, in the joy of a child, the strength of a family, the unity of a nation. Sheikh Hamdan's heart beats not for himself but for those who walk beside him, and in this lies the rarest form of nobility, the kind that serves without spectacle and loves without limit. The spirit of Sheikh Hamdan is not confined to palaces or podiums. It moves through the streets of Dubai, through the rhythm of every builder, every dreamer, every voice lifted in hope. His influence is felt not only in the grand architecture of the city but in the architecture of hearts he has inspired. Under his light, Dubai becomes more than a destination. It becomes a declaration that beauty and ambition can coexist, that tradition and technology can embrace, that poetry and power can move as one. The city itself has become his verse, written across the skyline in gold and glass. Those who read Faz's poetry find themselves reflected within it. His words become mirrors for the soul, revealing not